to another episode of Overkill Trading. Today is Wednesday, August 6th. I've missed you guys. It's been a busy summer. We're getting back to a schedule here on YouTube. We're going live today answering your guys' requests over here from the Discord in this video. We got a lot of good names in here. We got Algorand Near, we got XRP, we got Ethereum, Oscar, we got Doge, Octa, NVAX, Target, CLSK, all three of these lining up really nicely today. Snapchat, PayPal, Flare, FET, Dodge. We're going to be hitting all these for you guys here today in the Discord. If you guys have chart requests, these open on Monday, so you guys can drop them over here inside of the Discord, and we cover these on Wednesdays for you guys here on YouTube. So you can also drop them here in the live chat as well. If you guys are a member here on YouTube, you guys can talk in the live chat and drop requests. I'll be taking live requests there from the chat as well. So let's go ahead and dive into your guys' requests. I actually have them all loaded up here in a playlist, so we don't have to keep swapping back and forth today from the chart requests. I think this is going to kind of make the window of time a little smaller, that we don't have to flip back and forth every time. I actually just loaded them up here in a playlist. So before we dive in, as always, let's go ahead and take a look at our trading rules here, just so everybody understands what it is that we're looking for in these charts, guys. We are not day traders on this channel. We are swing traders, okay? We typically focus on two time frames here on this channel, and that's going to be the monthly chart and the daily chart, okay? And all of our trades are for a 1 to 6 month time frame, which means we are looking to buy and then hold for a 1 to 6 month period of time, okay? We enter and exit positions using our trading indicators. The green dot means buy, and the red dot means sell. So when I talk about the green and red dots, I am talking about, let's just go to ETH here, for example. I am talking about these signals down here. So we called this signal out here in June on Ethereum. That was at around 2,500. It ended up having a 50 to 60% move that very next month that we got the signal off of. And that's what we're looking for. So with the green and red dots, for those of you that are new, the larger the time frame you are looking at, the more accurate the signal. So on a monthly chart, these signals actually come anywhere from like 5 to 7 months. So like, for example, you could see this one back here in 2023 came in November. The price of Ethereum was $1,800. Okay, it went from 1,800 all the way up to 4,000. If you would have bought that green dot and held till our sell target, you would have made around 126% on your trade. So the first thing that we look for in our strategy, guys, is that green dot on the monthly chart. The chart has to have a green monthly dot, okay? So the green monthly dot on the monthly tells us we are going up over the next 1 to 6 months. Okay, so again, this dot came in November 2023. It went up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Took 5 months to top out there to make 100%. Okay, so the green dot just tells us that the direction is trading in our favor. We know that we are going up for the next 1 to 6 months as long as we have that green monthly dot. So if you were buying Ethereum in June, you would have been buying around that 24, 25. You could have even got it down here at around 2,200 if you sniped a trade. And again, you made 60% in a month. Okay, and I don't think Ethereum's done, guys. I think Ethereum's going to break out of this 4K resistance, and I think it's going to be hitting anywhere from 6 to 8K by the end of the year. Some people are calling for 15K. I think 6 to 8 is a really good target. I'll talk about how we find those sell targets here in just a second when we get into our sell strategy. But rule number 4 is that we only want to buy assets that have that green dot on the monthly. So if it's on, if it has a red monthly, that means we're going down. We don't want to buy assets that are going down. We want to buy assets that are going up. And how we tell if assets are going up is simply by looking at the monthly chart and making sure the green dot is there on the monthly. Once we get the monthly dot, that confirms that our direction over the next 1 to 6 months is going to be up. We then want to zoom into the daily chart, okay? Because again, we focus on the monthly and the daily. We also look at the weekly and the 4-hour, but we keep it very simple here with the monthly and the daily, okay? And again, these trades are for a 1 to 6 month time frame. So when we get the monthly green dot, okay, when we get the monthly green dot, we want to buy the day of the green dot. And I just added this back in or around the golden zone as long as the monthly is green. So as long as the monthly dot is green, we are looking for pullbacks on the smaller time frame, right? There's 30 days in a month, meaning each one of these candles represents 30 days of price action, right? Because there's 1 month. So throughout the month, this candle's going to move up and down and up and down. So our job is to get in here on the daily, right? And we want to buy the pullbacks. This signal right here in June 2024, right there at 2,400 was a great place to enter Ethereum. Great place to enter Ethereum. Great place to enter Ethereum, right? We were buying Ethereum this whole time, and this thing took off about 60%. Great trade there. Okay, so we're looking to add on the green dots on Ethereum, and you can see we got one yesterday, Tuesday, right here around 3,500, but it's up here in the red zone. The red zone is actually part of our selling strategy here. This is a Fibonacci indicator. So when we're up here in the red zone, we're actually looking to take profits. I'm not saying Ethereum is done here, but if you got in down here and right with us, and this trade played out for you, right? I mean, you're up 64%, 65%. So up in the red zone, we always want to sell some, whether that's half of your position, whether that's 25% of your position, whether that's 100% of the position is up to you. But our sell target is always up here in the red zone. You see, the last time we hit the red zone here on Ethereum was back in December. It sold off from 4,000 all the way down to 1,500, okay? And then restarted its trend. So Ethereum looks really strong still. It looks very strong here above 3,200. So that's what we're looking for. You had an opportunity to add to it. If you think this is going to break out of 4,000, that's an easy stop loss for you right there at 3,200. As long as it can hold on to that, I think it could go into price discovery. Now, what price discovery mode is when we break out of the red zone, like we did back here in 2024, okay? And you can see we just went up, 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 all the way up, okay? And then we hit a top here, red dot, sold off. And yeah, so that's what price discovery is. Price discovery is when we break out of the top of the red zone. See how it made the top right there? It broke out, and then it just kept going up. That's called price discovery mode. Okay, so we haven't broke out yet, but we are going to try here either this week or next week to break out. If Ethereum breaks out over 4,000, things are going to get so bullish, people are going to absolutely lose their minds. But I still think Ethereum looks very strong here above that 3,200 level. So that is our buying strategy. Simply put, the equation is right here. Buying strategy is monthly green dot plus daily dot equals buy. If you guys have been subscribed for a while, we actually have a watch list here that we go over once a week. I post this every single week. All of these names, I would say 90% of them have green dots on their monthly charts. Okay, these are all the positions I'm holding. You see CRO has a green dot on the monthly. We got ARB. You can't see the data yet, but we got OP showing a green dot. You can't see the data on AERO. STX had one, but it faded away. We got NVAX popping up. So these are the names we're looking to buy because they have that green dot on the monthly. So if they have the green dot on the monthly, they should be on your watch list, and you should be looking at the daily then. Okay, looking for the daily dots. And NVAX, really, really nice move here today off of earnings. They absolutely crushed their earnings here today, and they're up about 15%. So again, our target on NVAX, because we got the monthly dot here, is up here in the red zone. So our target's probably right there at around $16. Okay, and we're willing to hold for 1 to 6 months to get to that point. So we have two different sell strategies. I kind of already touched on one, and then we're going to get into your guys' chart requests again. I just want to make sure you guys know what we're looking for on the charts. If you're trading, if you're investing, you should have a plan. If you don't have a plan, okay, you need to get one. Okay, the trading rules are here to give you guys a structure, to give you guys a base, a fundamental base to follow. I have developed this trading strategy over 8 years of trading, okay? And it is the most success I have ever had in the markets in 8 years. I haven't been profitable until I had a plan that I stuck to and I lived by, okay? So again, it's great to have a plan. I posted something on X today. It's really simple. And I didn't make this up. I kind of revamped it, but it says, you don't have to be better or smarter than everybody, guys. In trading, you do not have to be smarter or better than anybody. You just have to be more disciplined. Okay, if you guys believe that, smash the like on this YouTube video, on this Facebook video, wherever you're watching. If we can get this video to 300 likes by Friday, I will give away 100 XRP to somebody down in the comments section. So smash the like, drop a comment, guys, if you guys agree with that. Again, discipline in life is crucial, man. Not just with trading, but with your workouts, with your health, with your spirituality. discipline is the key to everything in life. And it's the same thing with trading. If you have a plan, you should develop the discipline to follow it. Okay, and here's our sell strategy. So the first one we're looking at is we're looking for a big red dot in the red zone on the daily. So that's just like I was talking about. Again, when we're up here in the red zone is when we want to take profits. Again, if you were entering Ethereum with us, okay, back here in June, off the green dot, again, 1 to 6 month hold here, okay, you were entering at these prices. If you're up 60% on a position, okay, it's not a bad place to sell some. You could sell 25%, 50%, 100% of the position. We call out all the red and green dots over here, and I actually tell you guys what to do on them if you're following that 1 to 6 month strategy. So you could see the daily alert here that gets called out right here. Okay, when you see that dot pop up, and if it's in the red zone up here, okay, typically what you want to do is sell or reduce your position by 25 to 100%. So I sold all my Ethereum because I had options and I have time working against me. Options are very, very tricky. If you guys are new, I would highly recommend avoiding options. But because I had time working against me, I wanted to sell my Ethereum up here. So some of you might still be holding your Ethereum because you think we're going to break out over 4,000. That's fine. I mean, the chart looks really good right now as long as we can hold on to 32. But again, that is part of our strategy. We should be reducing some of our Ethereum here by 25, 50, 75, 100%. You ultimately have to be the person that makes the trade, makes the call. If you still feel good about Ethereum, sell half of the position, get cash, go find another trade that is setting up really nicely off a dot, and reinvest it, right? It's good to be diversified and have your eggs in multiple baskets rather than just having it all in one. But if you're up 60, 70% on a trade, guys, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, most people are happy with 5% a year. You just made 65% in the matter of 30 days, right? From down here, from June to July, that was 30 days, 70% trade, and all we did was look for the signal, okay? Every time one of these signals has came since 2019, since 6 years ago, it's been a buying opportunity, buying opportunity, buying opportunity, buying opportunity, buying opportunity, okay? Buying opportunity. Okay, this one lasted like 30 days and then dumped. But again, another signal here to go long 1 to 6 months. So that's just how we approach things. So again, what we're looking for is a red dot in the red zone on the daily. Okay, does that mean, does this, if we sell Ethereum here, could it go up to 6,000, 8,000? Yes, it could. But can it drop down back here to 25? Yeah. So there's always something to give, right? You can't be mad if you made 70%. And then it just keeps going up, right? You just can't be mad. As a trader, you can't be mad at that. You got to be happy with making profits, especially a 60, 70% trade. That's a beautiful trade, dude. That is a really, really good trade. Okay, beautiful trade. So a red dot, you see we got the red dot right there around 36, 37. It's sitting at around the same price right now. You could have re-entered on the green dot if you want, but I don't typically like to take trades in the red zone just because that's my sell target. So, a red dot in the red zone is where we're looking to sell. Again, the same thing happened back here in December after Trump got into office. Everyone was super bullish, super excited. But look, red dot in the red zone, that called the top at 4K, and then it sold all the way off. So yes, it could keep going up, but guess what? It could also dump to the floor. So again, have a target, have a plan. If you don't have a target that you're shooting for, okay, probably not a good idea, because I hear a lot of people talking about their buying strategies here on social media, other influencers. Everyone wants to tell you how to buy. No one wants to talk about when to sell, okay, when to take your profit. So we're not bag holders. We're not forever holders here. Again, we are 1 to 6 months out. Okay, and then sell strategy number 2 is the stochastic RSI. So when I talk about the stochastic RSI, I'm talking about this light blue line on the trading indicator here. Okay, so we want to sell when that stochastic RSI, that light blue line on the indicator, hits the white dotted line on the monthly chart. See, it did it back here in March of 2024, called the top at 4,000, sold off, had a little trade, sold off. But typically that was the top there back in 2024. And then it did it back here in the last bull run right here around April, May, back in 2021, around 4,500. It sold off. It went up a little bit more and then sold off. But typically, that's what we're looking for. So you could see that we have a ways to go on Ethereum for sell strategy number 2, right? Up to 100. We're sitting at about 58 right now on the stochastic, which means we're about 58% of the way there. So I think things are still looking very bullish for Ethereum and alts. Nothing, no red flags. Maybe a little profit taking happening right here on Ethereum, but overall, things are still looking very bullish for altcoins and things like that. So that's the sell strategy, guys. If you guys are new, I do have a free trading course over here you guys can take inside the Discord. That link is in the description. And if you guys do not have the indicators we're going to be talking about today, you guys can download those in the trading indicator tab over here and get full access to all the features by clicking on this link. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly into your TradingView account. Your screen's going to look exactly like mine. If you guys have any trouble or issues with that, feel free to shoot me an email. My email is right there. What's going on, Josh? I'm going to go ahead and take yours, and then we'll kick off these chart requests. I hope everyone's doing good. What's going on, Jeff? Good to see you guys. Josh says in the chat, any thoughts on FGLB or FBLG? This looks like a penny stock, so I don't have any thoughts on it. I don't trade penny stocks, but if you want to trade it, I would look for that green dot on the monthly there. Tig says, parabolic season is coming. How will I adjust to the breather? Brief. I'll probably look for things to short or play things like the VIX in the bear market. That's what I normally trade. I'll trade the VIX or something in a bear market. Or I might just take a break after we hit the top, get our top end signals, and just go do something else. You know, take the capital, go do something else, wait for markets to reset, guys. It's been an absolute crazy 2 years. I mean, we called this green dot out back on Bitcoin back here in 2023 at around 15,000. Okay, that was 2 years ago. We called that out on Bitcoin. There's still some people in the Discord right now that bought on that green dot and are still holding. So that went from 20,000 up to 120. That was I mean, that's about as good as it gets right there. That was about a 700-800% trade right there if you guys entered on this 3 years ago. So, I'm sorry, 2 years ago. So we're just waiting for that thing to we're going to wait for that to reset. We're going to be sitting heavy cash, okay, and then just waiting for the reset. You can see Bitcoin. It's been a great time to buy every single time this thing has hit the bottom down here. So that's what I'll do. Once we hit our top and signals, once we top out, I think the top is coming somewhere around November, somewhere around the end of the year, maybe Q1, quarter one, maybe in March. I'm not really sure. I'll know more once we get closer to that date, but I think Bitcoin might have one leg up to 150, 160. Altcoins are going to go crazy for a couple months, and then I think we're going to get to an area where we really need to start thinking about reducing our positions and taking profits off, raising cash, and just waiting for the next big opportunity. This was the last massive opportunity here on Bitcoin, was back here in 2023. Again, Bitcoin was sitting right there at 20,000. So markets always reset. Nothing goes up forever. Eventually it comes back down. And again, this doesn't just work on crypto, guys. You can see Meta. This thing was called out back here in 2022 at $114. This is Facebook. Okay, look at this. 123 all the way up to around $800. That was a massive, massive trade right there on Facebook. 548% in 2 years. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll see. We'll play it by ear. Again, take it day by day. I don't try to think too far in the future. I just try to trade what's in front of me. And let's go ahead and get into your guys' chart requests. So again, I'm going to be taking these from the Discord chart requests over here. I'll also take some from the live chat if you guys are a member of YouTube. I just don't want to crowd the chat. But if you guys are members on YouTube, you should be able to talk inside of the chat. If you're not, you can go ahead and hit that join button and get access to live chat in these streams. I'll answer any of your guys' questions and take your requests as needed. But I'll be taking them right here from the Discord. Again, I got these loaded up right here. Let's go ahead and start at the top here with Pepe. So Pepe is a very popular altcoin. This one has a green dot on the daily, so I still like this one. It's building a nice range. Again, if you're thinking of this Fibonacci as a zone, okay, typically what we want to do is we want to sell in the red zone up here, right? The red dot in the red zone, just like I talked about. Okay, and then we want to buy. Typically, we want to buy down in this bottom golden zone down here. If you're looking at the daily chart, you can see great time to buy down there off the bottom. Just how if you're up here, you want to sell. If you're down here in this bottom zone, you're wanting to buy. And the Fibonacci, guys, can improve your trading by a great amount. I mean, it's been one of the best tools that I have incorporated into my trading. Again, I have that free course over here if you guys don't know how to use it. But that bottom golden zone is a great place to look to add. There's no data on the monthly yet for Pepe, so you have to use the weekly. The weekly's got a red here, so this one has very, very interesting support right here. You want to use a stop loss probably at 0.00009. You just want to make sure this low right here holds and that we get a catalyst here in the next couple days and look for a move higher. But I like this one. I'd be a buyer of it. and I'd be targeting up there in the red zone. Let's look at SHIB. Shiba Inu, same thing, down in the bottom golden zone. The last time we were down here in this golden zone was back here in 2024. Again, no one's talking about Shiba up here. Everyone's talking about it up here. So I think this is a great time to be buying SHIB. Again, sell target would be up here in the red zone, just like it hit back there in December. That's going to be, I can't even say these numbers, but we're a ways off. So I'd be a buyer of SHIB here. It doesn't have the green dot on the monthly, though. So I'd wait for the monthly dot. That'll confirm the breakout. And again, our first target would be up here in the red zone. So that one looks good. I just look for the monthly. Bonk had a massive move here off the bottom. Again, great time to be buying down here in the golden zone. Okay, great time to be selling up here in the red zone. So Bonk, I don't believe has any monthly data yet either. It's got a weekly red, so you're going to want to make sure this one holds its support level. I'm going to say right there at 0.00002. I'd watch for the next daily on this one and make sure we get a bounce right there at that level off of the 6-month average right here. This was a decent time to be taking some profits right there at 0.0004. We got Toshi. Toshi's blasting off. That got the daily signal there a couple days ago. I don't have any data on this Fibonacci, so if you guys can't see an indicator on one of your charts here, it's because there's not enough data, right? This thing just came out, so there's not a lot to see. It just came out 5-6 months ago. So our indicators, they need data in order to feed. Okay, the more data you have on the chart, the better. Okay, so something like Toshi, I just personally wouldn't be looking to trade just because it doesn't have any data, but it does look like it's breaking out here. Watch for the resistance right there at around 0.008. We got Riz actually taking off here today, coming alive, up 12%. This is one of our low cap altcoins that we're playing. I like it down here. I mean, right here at 0.002. Okay, that's right where we bounced last time and went up like 200-300%. I think this is a great place to be averaging down or adding to your position on Riz. Another very, very new name. This is like under a $5 million market cap, so it's a very tiny project. Most of us have ours staked on their website. I'm staking mine on their website. I believe they're paying around 8% right now. Again, this is under a $5 million market cap, so you could see that I have around 28,000 that I've earned just from staking the last couple of weeks. I own around almost 8 million coins, and they're paying 8.71% just to stake it on their website right now. So I can take that out at any time that I want and sell it, but I'm just choosing to hold it right now because I really like the project, and I like how it's setting up, and it's very new. Nobody knows about it yet, so I like it down here at 0.002. It's the same spot we bounced right back here in May, so I think it's a great price to be adding to Riz. That's up 12% today, coming alive here. We got ZBCN. This one's approaching back into its red zone. This one came right back down into our 6-month moving average. It's just another indicator that we use here. We use the 180 or 200 EMA, whichever one you want to use. But it came right back down into that moving average. Think of that as the 6-month moving average. Okay, so 30 days in a month, 30 times 6 is 180. So it's a 6-month moving average. So because in our rules, right, that we're 1 to 6 months out, we want to keep track of where that 6-month moving average is. So all this line represents is the average price over the last 6 months. So when you come over here to our cheat sheet in the Discord, okay, the mean is the average. So how do you know you're getting something at a fair price in investing? Does anybody know? Jeff probably knows. Yeah. Rate cuts come, altcoin season, altcoins are going to go nuts. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, you know that something's trading at a fair price when it's at the mean, it's at the average. If it's off of the average, okay, if we're trading at a 70% premium off of that average, that's expensive, right? Expensive. People are very excited. Everyone was very excited about ZBCN up here at 0.007. It sold all the way off to 0.002 and nobody was talking about it. Got the green dot right there, bounced right on that average and pumped. So I wouldn't touch this thing here. I would have liked to buy it right back here if I was trying to trade it, and it's in the red zone here, so I don't like it for a trade, but I would be holding it with a stop loss at 0.005. Got a green dot today. Looks like it wants some continuation. So my first target would be right there at 0.007. I'd be selling the next red dot that I get there on the indicator for a ZBCN, but that one's too high for a trade. Okay, back to that rule. back to that rule over here, right? I added this back into rule number 5. We want to buy in or around the golden zone on the fib. So we want to buy in this golden zone or in this golden zone. We don't typically want to be buying up here because this tells us that we're off of that average. I mean, right now, if you're buying this and you're buying it at a 47% premium, so that's 47% off of the average over the last 6 months. That's like going to the grocery store and buying your groceries at a 47% premium. You probably don't want to do that with your groceries, and you definitely don't want to do it with your assets. Okay? If you were buying a house, you wouldn't want to buy the house at a 47% premium. It's the same thing here with stocks. Here's Beam. Beam doesn't have any data here on the monthly. Red on the weekly. Not my favorite looking chart, but it looks fine above 0.005 if you're playing the bottom of the fib here. I just don't like names that I can't see the monthly data for, guys. If I can't see it on the monthly, I just don't like it. But it looks like it's fine in the bottom. Again, I'm bullish on pretty much every altcoin. As long as you're not buying shit coins or meme coins here, you have the potential to make a lot of money, in my opinion, here into the end of the year, probably into Q1. It's going to be sometime in Q4, Q1 when I think we're going to see prices back up here. I don't know too much about Beam, but if you're in it, I would just make sure it holds the bottom of that fib level right there at 0.005. Titcoin. Titcoin is coming back alive here. Again, another meme coin here. I'm not big on the memes. I don't know what the utility of this is, but I would just make sure that one holds 0.006, up 23% today. You can come in here to the 4-hour and look for the red zone if you want to at 2 cents. That would be my target there on Titcoin. We got Swift. Swift, I need a daily. Need the daily on Swift, and you need the monthly. Okay, so looking for the monthly or the daily. This thing's got strong support there at a penny. So watch a penny. You could watch for the daily, but personally, I'd want to see that breakout there on the monthly to go higher there. Okay, watching the monthly on that one. That next daily will be really interesting right there at a penny too. SPA. SPA's got a lot of room back there to 0.035. We got the golden dot back over here at 0.012. It's sitting at about the same price. Nothing on the monthly yet, though. The monthly kind of looks a little scary. This one's fine as long as it holds on to 0.01. You could buy more at that level, but again, I don't know anything about SPA here. So red on the weekly, you're just going to want to make sure it holds on to that 0.01 level. XCN needs the monthly. XCN needs the monthly. Core, again, can't tell you anything because I don't got any data. So we're using the weekly. The weekly is green. I'd be looking to add this one on daily green dots here. Watch for the daily. VeChain. VeChain needs the monthly. Needs that monthly signal. FLR. No data on the monthly. The weekly looks okay. And the daily looks pretty strong. So I like FLR here. I'd be adding on green dots here. That's got about a 50% run back up there to the red zone. You can see it topped out in the red zone last time back here in January and sold all the way off. So that one's got some room. I like that one. I'd be watching for the green dot there on the daily for FLR. We got Rose. Did this one give the monthly yet? No, but that one's very close. Okay, so this is one you could anticipate the green dot on if you wanted to, just because of how deep that wave is. The deeper the wave, the better. Like if I go back to that meta chart, right, Facebook back in 2023, the deeper the wave, the better. Okay, the bigger down this is, the better. Okay, same thing with Bitcoin here. The deeper the wave, the better. Okay, you just might have to have a little more patience. I don't know too much about Rose. I know a lot of you guys are talking about this, but if that green dot pops, I would absolutely buy Rose here if I was bullish on it, if I liked the project and I knew the fundamentals. But I don't see that one breaking down below 2 cents. That one looks very interesting. I'd watch for that green monthly, but I don't see a reason why you wouldn't want to start a position right here if you wanted to go long on it. Target on that would be 12 to 14 cents up there in the red zone. We got ATH. This one is looking like it's green here. It's got the green candle, but no data on the monthly. It's got a green weekly. So if there's no data on the monthly chart, normally I'll use the weekly chart. So what you want to do is I'd be buying this one right now. Okay, you got the green dot a couple days ago. It's still kind of in the same price range. I don't see this one breaking down below 3 cents. I like that one too. Okay, target on that would be 8 to 9 cents there. PENGU. No data on the monthly. It's way up here on the hourly. Again, you kind of missed this move. I mean, this move happened from 0.004. This is already up 1,000%. It's up 700%. So I don't chase pumps. I know a lot of people are very bullish on this, but it's already had its move. If you would have entered on this green dot back here in June at 0.008, again, you'd be up 700% right now. You're up 300, 400, 500%. So the people buying down here, right, made 800%. And now all the retail, you see all the TikTokers, oh, PENGU is the greatest thing ever, right? Now they're trying to dump on you. They're trying to dump on you, right? If everyone's already talking about it, guys, if everyone's already talking about it, you're too late, okay? You're in delusion territory, okay? You want to be buying down here in the stealth phase. They call it the stealth phase because no one's talking about it. Okay, the majority of retail want to buy when everyone's hyped up, when everyone's jacked up, having a good time about it. Okay, they don't want to buy when no one's talking about it. We want to buy when things are boring, when things are nasty, when the thing's just getting bashed. Okay, you guys, I don't know if you guys were around. Some of you probably weren't, but we called XRP out back here in August of 2024 at 50 cents. 50 cents XRP. Everyone was laughing at XRP back here. They were laughing. They were chuckling. They were hating on it. They were throwing shade. They were calling it every name in the book. Now it's all everyone wants to talk about. So, again, stealth phase going sideways. Not a lot of action. Big pump up, 50 cents to 350, 600, 700% move. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone's having a great time. But nobody wants anything to do with it when it's boring, when it's bad. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about. Here's a request from the chat from Daryl. What's going on, brother? Robinhood just had an absolute monster move. Personally, I wouldn't be buying this up here for a swing trade just because, again, we're up here in the red zone. You can see it went into price discovery. It broke out of the red zone and just kept going. Okay, when that happens, okay, we go into a price discovery, meaning we're making new highs. So up here at $100, honestly, I'm a seller of Robinhood. I know it could probably break out and go to 150, but this is not good for a swing. Why is it not good for a swing? Well, if you look at our blue line here, our average, excuse me, we're trading at a 40% premium. Does that make sense to you guys, the whole premium thing? Okay, again, if our focus is 1 to 6 months out, okay, we want to buy near or around the average. That's how we know we're getting a fair price, okay? The mean. We want to buy in this area next to the average. You don't want to buy your gas at a 40% premium. And again, how we measure the premium is we just use this tool over here called the long position. You just click on it. You can click, and then you just drag that bottom down to that level. So this is sitting 40% off of the average price over the last 6 months. So as an investor, as somebody that is trying to make money and buy things cheap and sell them when they're expensive, I want to buy at a fair price. I don't want to buy at a premium. I wouldn't go buy a real estate house or at a house or an apartment complex at a 40% premium. You should treat your stocks and your crypto the same way. So I'm a seller of Robinhood at these levels. It's probably a great stock to day trade right now, but as a swing trader who's looking through for the next 1 to 6 months, okay, I'm not taking a position here. I'm not going long here. Okay, if anything, I'm taking some off. I see another one for Link. And again, if you guys are a member of YouTube, you guys can put these in the YouTube chat as well. I will be taking them from there as well. Link still looks beautiful, man. This is my largest position. You guys know that. Green dot came back in July. We also got one here in November. We got one here in July. Beautiful moves all around. And we got the same signal back here in July. That was last month. You're seeing Riz pop a daily dot here. Things popping off. What's that sitting at? It's up 13, 14%. CHIRP and Riz both coming back alive today. You love to see it. But again, Link is setting up perfectly here, guys. This is a great part of our strategy. Okay, if you guys were around for the beginning of this, I went over the strategy. Monthly dot green. Check the box. Okay, Link is green on the monthly. We're checking the box. What are we doing now? We're looking at the daily. What are we looking for on the daily? We're looking for a pullback and a green dot. Boom. Green dot right there, August 4th. I mean, right at the same price it's sitting at. It came 2 days ago, but the price is still in the same area. And where are we? We're right on the average. We're getting it right at the mean. I mean, it doesn't set up any better than this. We're literally right here in this pocket on Chainlink right here. We're right there. Okay, it doesn't get any better of a setup than Chainlink right now. And there's a couple of these plays here. If you guys follow my Instagram, I post all these setups on Instagram and also in the Discord as well. But Link is just beautiful, man. I think that thing's easily going to be back up here between 26 and 28 by the end of the year. That's 100% damn near from where we're sitting. So Link is just, I'm very bullish. I'd much rather buy Link here than Hood. I'd much rather buy Link here than Hood. Because, again, we're right at the average. We're right at our average. We're not in the red zone. We want this to be our target. This is where we're looking to take profit because this is where everyone's going to be freaking out about it. People are going to be going crazy about it up here. We're just getting in when no one's really talking about it. I mean, Link people are talking about, but, again, price action-wise, okay, this is prime time setup, dude. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful looking setup for Link. And it got the green dot there on Monday, so I'm very bullish on Chainlink. I think that's going to be one of the best performers here in this altcoin season here into the end of the year. So I'm super excited about that. All right, we covered PENGU. We got BLZ. BLZ got the green dot on the monthly, so I'd be a buyer down here in the golden zone. I don't know anything about this project, but target would be 18 cents right up there in the red zone. Looks good. I'd be a buyer here. And when I say I'd be a buyer, that means I would be a buyer if I knew the fundamentals. Does that make sense? Like a lot of these projects you guys call out, I don't know anything about them. Like this one, New Cane, it's a 3-cent stock. So it looks like they had a stock split. Their earnings they don't even make any revenue. So I wouldn't trade a company like this because I know nothing about it, right? There's no data to show me. They haven't made any money. So I personally would just stay away from it. TAI. This is another TARS AI, finding a nice bounce there off of 5 cents. If you're long on this, I think this is a great place to be buying down here in this zone. Okay, another AI play. This one's built on the Solana blockchain. We had a really nice trade on this back here in April. Went all the way up there to around 15 cents. We were entering at like 3. And now down here at 5 cents, I think it looks really good too. Target on that would be 35 to 40 cents. There's no data on the monthly yet, but you can see we're putting in a green candle here. I would say this one looks really good as long as it could hold on to 5 cents. Okay, I'd be watching for a green dot here, which we got there on Monday. I think it's a great place to go long on TAI if you believe in the project. HFT, that's got a green dot here today, looking good. Monthly is green as well, so this is a good-looking altcoin setup here. Again, I don't know anything about it, but looks really good here. I'd be a buyer of HFT here. Wormhole. Wormhole's green there on the daily. This is also a very new project, so again, not a lot of data. I can't see my indicator on it, so personally, I'd be staying away. If you're long on it, I would just make sure it holds about 7 cents. KAS, this is Caspa. Again, no data on the monthly, so I can't tell you much. No data on the fib, so I can't tell you the levels, but I would just make sure it holds that support right there at around 8 cents. We got XDC. XDC looks good. That one got the monthly dot back there in July as well. And that one's got some room back up there to the red zone to 12 to 14 cents. So that's looking good. I like XDC here. I'd watch for these green dots to add. We got one back there Tuesday right around the same price. Watch for a leg higher here this week on XDC. We got THL. No data. I don't know. This looks like a rug pull. So be careful on some of these guys. I would buy good quality names right now, guys. Don't be messing with these penny altcoins, right? You could have a couple in your portfolio, but I would put the majority of your money right now in good quality projects. Like Chainlink is a solid one. And there's probably going to be some more names that we're going to call out here today. That like Algorand. Algorand looks good. Matic looks decent. ARB, SEI. Those are projects that the technology is actually being utilized. I wouldn't gamble on meme coins at this point. LCX, you just need the monthly, but this is setting up very, very nicely. A beautiful bounce here off of 10 cents. I really like LCX here above 10 cents. Okay, I just watched for that monthly dot, but I don't see that one breaking down below 10. That's another good cryptocurrency there. CRO is another one. This one's in my portfolio as well. Again, we got the monthly dot there in July. Now we're looking for those green dots. So you got the green dot right here yesterday, bouncing off the 9. This thing could be at 20 cents here probably by the end of the week. If we get a catalyst, I think it looks very, very bullish here. Very bullish, bouncing off the 9. Watch for a leg up to like 20 cents on CRO. I'm very bullish on CRO. Okay, first target's 20 cents. And it's got a long way to go here on the stochastic, too. That looks so bullish, dude. CRO and Link are my two favorite setups so far. Here's Doge. Doge doesn't have the monthly yet. So watching for the monthly, that thing looks okay above 18 cents. Just needs the monthly dot. Here's Manta, M-A-N-T-A. No data on the monthly. Weekly is red, so you're buying this one for fundamental reasons. I can't tell you too much. Target would be 120 up there. Here's Flux. Flux also no data on the monthly. Got the daily dot yesterday, so you want that one to hold 20 cents. Matic. Matic got the daily a couple days ago, and it's also got a monthly. So Matic's another one that's setting up nicely. I just kind of think Matic's a dead project. It was really big back in the last bull run, but there just hasn't been a lot of noise about it. So that's what I don't like about Matic, but it does have the green dot there on the daily and on the monthly. This one looks very strong here above 15 cents. Okay, target on that would be up here between 60 and 70. ARB and ADA are coming up here, buddy. I see them on the charts here. ADA's right there, and ARB's coming up too. Yeah, link to $100. That would be awesome. That would be outstanding. Algorand's another fantastic setup here, dude. Okay, green dot there on the monthly. Beautiful, beautiful looking setup here on Algo. That thing's easily going back here to 45 to 50 here, in my opinion, in the next 1 to 6 months. I really like this setup on Algo, too. That's probably my third favorite of the day for a buying opportunity, at least. HBAR. HBAR is also green. That one got the dot last month. And, guys, don't underestimate these green dots because they literally come like once a year. This one came in November of 2023 at 5 cents. It went up to 20 cents. That was a 500% move. It sold off for 6 months. It got another one here in November. So that took a year. This was one, okay, and then a year later, the next one came. And now it's July, so it's been like 8 months. But you're seeing some continuation here. I think HBAR has more room. I like it as long as it can hold on to our average. If it comes down to 20 cents, I would buy more HBAR here. I think this one has some room here. I think that one has some room here. That one looks very strong here. Let's use the weekly as support here. So like you could set a stop loss at 22 if you want, but I think if it comes down to 20, you just buy more. And first target would be up there at 35 on HBAR. I really like Algorand more than HBAR though here, because Algorand hasn't really ran yet. Ocean's Protocol needs the monthly. SEI, no data on the monthly. Daily's bouncing right on the average, though. You see it's bouncing right on our average price, just like it did back here in July. It went from 25 up to 40. That was like an 80% trade, sold back off, and we're bouncing right on the average. So that's a good sign. I like it. Back to 65. LAU, Lagrange. Can't tell you much, guys. I can't tell you much if there's no data on my indicator. AIOZ needs the monthly. Needs the monthly dot. Flow needs the monthly dot. Looks like it's coming here shortly. Just needs the monthly. GP got the green monthly here. Green Power, again, another penny stock. So our strategy doesn't work too well with penny stocks, guys. This is a strategy for good quality companies, good quality projects that have staying power, that have institutional backing, that aren't just pump and dumps. I'm sorry. We're just not a penny stock channel. There's a lot of penny stock channels out there. We are not one. So I encourage people to buy good quality, fundamentally strong names, fundamentally strong projects. I don't believe in meme coins. I don't believe in shit coins. I don't believe in penny stocks. Can you make some money in them? Yes, but again, we're looking for at least $1 billion market cap here. Okay, ARB, no data on the monthly on this one. The weekly showing a red. So I mean, I'm still bullish on this one over, I would say over 30 cents. I mean, all the way back down to 30, you could just buy more. So just looking for green dots on this one to add. That one's also in the portfolio. We got XLM here. Also green there from July. Looking for those green dots. We got one there on Monday. Looks very strong here above 35. If that came down to 30, I would buy more. Okay, target up here at 55. Again, you could have sold some right here in July, right there at around 50 cents. It sold off to 40. Okay, you could re-enter right here if you want, but that was a good place to take some off the table. That's why we always like to sell at least some. up here in the red zone because we never know. Truly, you never know what direction it's going to go. But if you hit your target, if you're entering down here in July when we got that dot at 23 cents, okay, you're up 118%. If you're up 100% on your position, you could sell half, okay? Because if you're up 100%, you double your money. So if I put in $10,000 and I make 100%, I made $10,000. So now I have $20,000. So I could sell half of the position at that point, take my initial investment out, and let the profit ride, if that makes sense. That's a great strategy if you're up 100% on a name. Okay, take half off, take your initial out, let the rest ride. But XLM, not my favorite setup here. Do I think it has room to go higher? Yes, but just not really my favorite setup at the moment. If it came down to 30 cents, I would bite. RCC Research Coin, looks like that one's getting rugged. I would stay away from that one. VI, I just look for the monthly. You need the monthly. It looks like another penny stock. IMX, I really like this one too. That one's got the green monthly. This was one of my favorite setups from last month. Got the green dot there yesterday. I'd just be holding this one, buying more if possible, targeting all the way up there around $2. That one looks really good. ENA, breaking out, very nice. Okay, no data, but the candles are green and pointing up. That's good. I'd be looking for the dailies on this one too. This one looks very strong here. Okay, if it came down to 40 cents, I'd probably buy more if you guys entered on this, but a lot of room back there to 1 to 120. I'd be a holder looking to buy on any dramatic pullbacks. FET, this is AI play. That one needs the monthly. Okay, we need that monthly alert there on FET. OP has the monthly, though. I would be buying this right now. Okay, that monthly dot, as soon as you see that, guys, I got it all laid out over here for you. Okay, the monthly dot is the signal to buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. Okay, monthly dot is buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. I added OP this month. I added it right when I saw that dot there. Okay, target on this is all the way back up here at 2 to 260, up there in the red zone. So looking to add, I think I'm in around 70 cents, so I'm down 4 cents on my position. But again, I bought to hold for 1 to 6 months. I'm holding for the prices back up here. I'm not holding for the prices down here. I'm holding for my target prices. My target on this is up here between 220 and 260. So that's what I'm holding till. Okay, I like OP a lot. Okay, that's also one of my favorite setups. OP, I think OP, ALGO, CRO, and Link are all my favorite setups so far. And I have positions on all of them except for Algorand. I do not have any Algorand in my portfolio. Super needs the monthly. STX, I added this one as well. I jumped the gun on this just because I like how deep the wave is. I think that green dot will come in the next 1 to 3 months. If you're anticipating a green dot, typically you can wait. I mean, you'll just have to wait maybe an extra month or two. So instead of being 1 to 6 months, I'd be 1 to 8 months out, 1 to 9 months out. But we're bouncing on a very strong support level. We bounced here back in 2023, 2 years ago at around the same price, went all the way up to $4. We're right back down at the same exact price as we were right here before we went parabolic. And we're about to get that green monthly. So I really like STX down here. This is Stacks. They're built on the Bitcoin blockchain. And target on that's anywhere from probably around 260 on STX. I do have that one in the portfolio. PIN looks good. Got the green dot here on the daily. No data on the monthly yet. So just make sure that one holds on to 60 cents. I put a stop loss right there. We got ADA Cardano. Cardano also looks very good here. Very, very good. Got the green dot on the monthly as well. Cardano, add that one to the list. Looking very, very good here on the monthly for August. Okay, and again, guys, these dots come like every year. The last time we got one was November of 2024. That was 8 months ago. So 8 months ago, we got the same signal that we got that took us from 30 up to $1.30. Okay, that was in 1 month. So do not underestimate the monthly dot, guys. Like, it's as bullish as it gets right now. I mean, I am as bullish as you can get on altcoins right now. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous how bullish these charts look. Okay, I really like this thing. My first target would be 1 to 120 on ADA, but I think that one's going way higher. Okay, that one looks good. AERO, another one that's in the portfolio. I like this one as well. There's no data on the monthly, but the daily is just kind of melting up right now. So I don't see this one going lower than 65, 60 cents. Just looking for dailies to add. My average cost on this is like around 62, I think. We were buying it back here. I believe, somewhere around this area. Again, targets up here in the red zone at like $2. So a lot of meat on that bone. XTZ is another one that looks really good here. Really good. Tezos also, green monthly dot. Another cryptocurrency here. I'm telling you guys, altcoins are just, it's going to be a good few months for altcoins. Okay, based on what these charts are saying. Okay, I don't listen to the news. I don't listen to influencers. I just try to look at the charts, guys. And I'm not a financial advisor. I just try to share this information with you guys. You guys can look at this same chart as me, and you can see the last time we were up here in the red zone was the time to sell. Okay, these red dots in the red zone were the time to sell. Okay, so that's what we're waiting on. You go all the way back in history here, you'll see the same thing. Okay, in the red zone, we sell. In the red zone, we sell. We're not in the red zone. We're buying for the prices up in the red zone. And right now, I think XTZ, that's probably number 1 or 2 on the list right now for a setup. I mean, this thing pumped all the way up to 120, came all the way back down to reset, and look where we're bouncing. Right on that month, right on the 6-month moving average, right where we want to see it bounce. Okay, beautiful, man. Okay, because again, I've talked about this before in the past. This 6-month moving average, you could tell when something's in a downtrend and something's in an uptrend. When we're down below the average, making lows, we're in a downtrend. But as soon as we break out over the average, over the mean, okay, that is when the trend is reversing. We broke out, we pulled back, and we're getting ready for the Ripski, baby. Let's go. Okay, 300 likes on this video by Friday, guys. If you guys are watching the replay, go ahead and smash the like. 300 likes on the video by Friday, and I'll give away 300, count them, 300 XRP or XTZ, whatever one you want. You just let me know. Just drop a comment and like the video, guys. If we can get the 300 likes on the replay, okay, I'll give away 100 XRP. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're starting the lives a little early now. What would you sell ALGO for? ALGO, I would sell at the top of the red zone. So price would be, let's turn the fib back on. 45 to 50 cents would be my first target. And then after that, I would just wait for that stochastic to get back up there to the white dotted line. But this thing was at $3 back in the last bull run. So if it goes to $3, that's a 10x on that. But I really like XTZ here, guys. Ondo got the golden dot back here in June. That was around 80 cents. It's sitting at around 90 now. You're up around, I don't know, 15%. But again, a lot of meat on that bone. I'd be holding, looking for places to add. If you bought it at 80 cents back here, it probably doesn't make sense to buy it at 90 just because your cost basis is 80. I don't typically like to average up. I like to average down. Okay, and then target up here between 180 and $2 here. Here's GME, or Game Square Holdings. That one's got a green monthly, green dot on the daily. So I like that one above 75 cents. Looks like a penny stock though, so be careful. Kita got the red dot here on the daily. Again, another name that I just don't have any data on my indicator, so there's not much I can tell you guys. If it comes down to 80, that'd probably be a good spot to add. Yeah, if there's no data on my indicator, I can't really tell you guys my opinion, unfortunately. RR, this is Rich Tech Robotics. Looks like another penny stock here, $2 stock. Target will be up there at $4. Looks like a robotics play. Here's Open Door. What happened to Open Door? Everyone was so excited about it at $5 back here in July, a couple weeks ago. Everyone was screaming about it. We had people in the Discord beating their chests about how good they were. And now what happened? $5 all the way down to $1.90. What's that called? That's 62% drop. Ouch. Okay, there was people buying it at $5. So those people are hurting right now. I would like to buy open on a green dot on the daily, though. Because, again, the dot is green here on the monthly. We got that signal last month. So now we're waiting for that green dot. You got a green dot right here yesterday at $2.50. But, again, it's a penny stock. So the whales, the market makers, they're going to mess with retail. They know retail's excited about Open Door right now because TikTok is screaming about it. So, of course, they're going to manipulate it. Okay, it's easily manipulated when it's a low cap stock. So, I would buy this one at like 150. If it comes to 150, I'd buy it. That's where I'd buy it. But it looks like they missed their earnings. So, Yeah, again, I just not a big penny stock guy. Don't like to chase hype. Don't like to chase hype. Prime needs a monthly. Needs a monthly green dot. We got ABAT, ABAT. That one's green on the monthly. American Battery Technology. I think the next daily green will look good. Okay, you got the green monthly, so now you're looking for the dailies. Okay, you got this one right here on July 16th at $1.90. It went up to $4. Beautiful. Now it's pulling back. You just need that green dot on the daily now. Lucid Group, green on the monthly, but again, another penny stock here. You guys like those penny stocks, don't you? Above $2, it looks bullish. I'd buy it at $2 if it came down to 2. Watch the daily. Watch the daily. Down 10%. It gapped down today off of an earnings miss. So target on that's up there at $4. Huma, Huma. That one's got the green monthly. So we would be actively looking for these green dots to buy this one. Another penny stock here. You guys love the penny stock, don't you? You guys love them. Okay, target on this is $8 to $9, but it does have the monthly, and you're just missing the daily. So the day you get the green dot on the daily, you can now be a buyer because, again, you got the macro signal there on the monthly. The last one came back here in June at $2. It went to 10. So same exact signal down here. Okay, so if you believe in the company, if you're a believer, they don't make any money. They don't even make $1 million yet. So personally, I would stay away from that. I do not like penny stocks. Filecoin needs the monthly. Filecoin needs the monthly dot. NVAX, ugly. Oh my God. Getting killed. This is the NVO ETF. Yikes. Watch for the weekly on that one. Near. I added Near too. This is another one I jumped the gun on, just like H-bar. Or I'm sorry, not H-bar, but STX. Again, I just like how deep the wave is. I really like this thing as long as it can hold on to $2. Just waiting for that monthly dot there on Near. But I did start a position, I believe, at around 270. So I'm down about 10% from where I bought originally. And I'm okay with that because, again, I'm buying for the prices up here at $7 to $8. Okay? A lot of meat on that bone. DEFT needs the monthly. HNT, why does that one not have the monthly data? That's been around for a minute. Yeah, doesn't have the monthly yet. So watch for the monthly on that one. RZLV, that one has the monthly. Looks like an AI play here. This one looks good at $3. Just looking for those daily green dots to add. But that one is green on the monthly. Looks like another penny stock, though. NFE, New Fortress Energy. It's got a green monthly. If you want to play it, make sure it holds on to $2. Here's XRP. So XRP is in the red zone. So again, I was talking about XRP at $2, and now everyone's asking. I was telling you guys it was a great place to buy it at $2, right? If I wanted to buy XRP, I would have wanted to buy it at $2. Up here at $3.50, no, I just don't, because it's up here in the red zone. I'd rather buy into the average than way off of the average. I mean, technically, you're getting it at a 20% premium right now. Again, do you want to go buy a real estate, buy a house at a 20% premium? No, you don't. So I don't care about the hype. I don't think XRP is going to hit 10,000 by the end of the year. I don't think XRP will hit $10,000 ever. So don't drink the Kool-Aid, guys. You can drink the Kool-Aid, just don't get drunk on the Kool-Aid. Okay? Again, we called XRP out back here in August at 50 cents. So, yeah. I mean, I'd rather buy it at 50 cents than buy it at 3. Again, I think this could hit $5 to $10 if we do actually break out into price discovery here. But, yeah, I mean, I'd want to buy it closer to 250, closer to the average. So I would have been taking some profits right here on XRP in July at around 350, just like I told you guys to do back here in January, up at 330, when everyone was screaming, everybody was shouting, everyone was bullish. We sold off all the way to 150. That was a 60% drop right there. Okay, and then we pumped back up. So, again, we want to buy low, sell high. If everyone's excited, if everyone's talking about it, we don't want to take positions. Okay, I'd rather buy something where the hype hasn't really kicked in yet, like Link, like CRO, maybe something like, well, Algorand. right? Look how much meat on the bone there is back to the red zone. XRP is in the red zone. So as a trader, right, as an investor, I don't want to buy it up here at a premium. I just don't. It's just not a good strategy. It's not. OP is given a monthly, okay, a monthly dot here, and it's below the average. So you're actually getting it at a discount right now, below the average, okay, below the monthly average. So I'm getting it at a 10% discount right now in the bottom gold zone. So if this goes back up to the red zone, that's a 200 and 300% trade. 300% if it goes back up here. Okay, if XRP goes to the top of its red zone, which is 350, and again, it could break out, like I said, and do a price discovery. Okay, you're only making 16%. I'm taking the 300% over the 600%, or the 60%, 10% or whatever I just said on XRP. I'm not really looking at XRP right now, guys. I'm not. I know. I'll get canceled. Someone called me a pad earlier for saying that XRP won't hit 10,000 ever. I don't care. I don't care what other people think. I'm trading charts. I'm trading off of logic and data. Emotions, okay, feelings don't matter in trading. They don't. You got to learn how to control them. Okay, discipline. When you have targets, when you have a strategy, trading is easy. It's not stressful. It's stressful sometimes, but if you have a strategy and you develop the skill to stick to that strategy and actually have price targets and things like that using these tools that I'm showing you guys, okay, it's not as bad. It really isn't, because you just have to remember your plan. Okay, and if something goes the other way on you, like, for example, Snapchat did today, okay, I think I bought Snapchat around 950, somewhere in this area. What did it do today? It's down 17%. Okay, does it suck? Yeah, but again, I didn't buy it for these prices down here at 8, right? It's right back to the low it was at here in April a couple months ago. So I'm buying it at like the 3-month low if I add to my position. If I panic sell down here, yeah, I lost 17%. But if I don't sell and I buy more when everyone else is panicking, right, then I'm going to eventually make money, because I'm just going to hold out. I'm just going to hold, right, because the dot is green on the monthly. This means I'm buying and holding for 1 to 6 months. Okay, I bought Snap 2 weeks ago, right around here at like 950. Okay, it went the other way on me, but that was a 2-week hold period. I'm 1 to 6 months out, meaning I'm buying and holding for 1 to 6 months. I'm not buying and panic selling 2 weeks later if it goes against me. If anything, I want to buy more of the asset because I want to own it for the long term, right, until I hit my sell target. So that's Snapchat, but I'd be looking to average down here at 8 if you guys bought it around 9 where I did. Snapchat hasn't been nice to me this year. That's been one of my worst performers of the year. That and DJT are both my worst trades of the year. Both of those did not treat me well this year, but luckily, right, I have a bunch of other names in my portfolio that are doing very, very well to make up for it. Right, that's why it's good to stay diversified. I have about 18 to 19 names I'm invested in at once. So if you're going all in on one project and it goes down, then obviously that sucks. But Snapchat was down 17% today, but my portfolio was up because, again, I'm green across the board here. So it all evens out, okay? But Snapchat, yeah, that was a crappy trade, because what did they do? They missed their earnings. Okay, they missed their earnings, so that caused it to sell off 15% back down to the lows of April. So I still like it here at 7. So just waiting on a green dot there from Snapchat to add to the position. I'm not panic selling down 17% because, again, we're not in the red zone, so I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to look for a place to average down. So that's kind of how it works, guys. I mean, you got to have the discipline to be willing to wait it out. If you're wrong and you panic sell, you lose. You never lose on a trade until you sell at a loss. So, I mean, I know that's like really simple, but I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. Like a trade is only a loss unless you sell. So take with it what you want there. ONDS is very bullish here. That one's in price discovery mode. We would not be going long up here. This would be a great one to day trade, but I'd be taking profits on this one if it was me. Donut. Krispy Kreme, looking for that daily. It's got the green on the monthly. We're looking for that daily. I like how this one's resetting now. It jumped up to $6 again. Everyone was excited about it at 6. It pulled back now. I like it down here at 350. I just look for that green dot for that confirmation. But I think Donut could have a run here back to 12. I really like the monthly chart. Really like the monthly chart on Donut. That's Krispy Kreme donuts. Ooh, that sounds good right now. Been doing a lot of traveling with my wife, so there has been some donuts involved. BTBT. I missed you guys, man. It's been we've done a couple lives. We dropped a couple videos, but yeah, summer's just a very busy time of the year. I play softball, I golf, stuff like that. So I'm not tied to my computer right now just because I know I don't have to be. That's the great thing about this strategy too, guys, is like I don't have to worry about selling anything until it gets to my target. So I don't have to sit here and stare at a screen all day to be successful at this. All I got to do is be patient, okay? Like that thing I posted there on Twitter today, okay? Oh, here's the news from Trump. Trump said he's going to make an announcement. President Trump officially announces $600 billion Apple investment plan to bring manufacturing into the U.S. Trump announces 100% tariffs on all semiconductors entering the U.S. except companies that build in America. That's good. That's actually good news. What else we got? President Trump says he thinks Elon Musk is a good person. I think he had a bad moment, a really bad moment, but he's a good person. Okay, so Apple, big investment to bring the manufacturing back to the United States. A big win for the United States. Might up the prices of stuff for the consumer, but at least that money's flooding into America, paying people here to make the stuff rather than in other countries. It makes sense, right? Because it's creating jobs. It's putting people back to work at higher paying jobs. So I think that's good news. Good news. I don't know how this is going to affect the stocks tomorrow, but again, day-to-day price action don't matter, guys. It don't matter. We should not be concerned about the day-to-day. Just look for your target, man. You should have been selling Oscar right here. Okay? NVAX, you should have been selling back here in June. Okay? It might take 1 to 6 months to get there, but you don't got to be glued to your computer screen all day. Okay? That's where the angst, that's where the anxiety comes from in investing, is when you're worried about the day-to-day. If you're staying long like us, you simply just wait for your target. You set the target and you shoot. Okay? BTBT would be somewhere between 5 and 550 up there in the red zone. Perfect bounce right there off the 6-month moving average with a dot. That thing's ripping, looks good. Looks like it wants more. They do have earnings coming up here, so I would be targeting 5 to 550 on that. Okay, be careful on earnings because, again, earnings are always a gamble because if they do something like Snapchat did today, they could shit the bed. Okay, but again, you should have a plan in case that happens to average down at a lower price. I did not buy Snap today. I'm waiting for a green dot on the daily to average down. I want to see if it actually bounces right here at 7. If it breaks $7, things could get pretty scary on Snapchat. So we'll play that one by ear. Again, this hasn't worked out in the short term, but we'll see how it plays out in the long term. But BTBT looks very strong there. I'd be looking to sell a red dot on that one. If that gets to the red zone, $5, I'd take profits. Here's SUI. This one's kind of round in the corner. Again, we're in a very solid uptrend. We're up above the EMAs here, and that one's got some room back to $5. RNDR. RNDR is another one I think you can anticipate here down in this range at $4. It just needs the monthly dot to confirm that signal or to confirm that move higher. Pendle, this one doesn't have any data yet. Bouncing on the EMA right now. I like this one as long as it holds on to 350. Target would be 6 to 650. Atom, ATOM, does that one have the monthly? Yes, it does. I like Atom here too. Cosmos, green dot there a couple days ago. You're getting it right now at the same exact price. That one looks very strong over $4. Target's up here between $9 and $10. Again, you should have been selling back here. When we tap that red zone, got the red dot, boom, sold off. Okay, a lot of room to go back to that level. Neo, breaking out a little bit. Target would be 650 to 7 on this. I don't like Neo. I just don't. It trades really weird. I can't trust Chinese stocks right now. But 650 to 7 would be the target. Toke, I think this is a cannabis ETF. Yeah, cannabis ETF. Target would be 6 on this. Monthly looks interesting. Some of those cannabis stocks. CGC, what was the other one? Tilroy. These are from way back in the day, dude. Tilroy looks interesting down here at 60. But yeah, penny stocks. That industry doesn't make too much money from what I understand. ICP needs the monthly, but it looks good at 5. HL, that one's got the green monthly. This one just doesn't move very much. So this is more of a day trading stock than a swing trader stock. LPT needs the monthly here. Needs the monthly. NVTS, that one has a monthly green dot, so we're looking for those daily pullbacks. I actually got to add that one to the green list. Looking for the daily on this one. Looks like they missed their earnings. They don't make too much money yet, but if this one came down to $5, I think that'd be a good place to take a stab. $4 or $5 is where I'd want to buy that one. Again, red dot in the red zone is where we want to be taking profits here. Okay, this is when people get greedy up here because, again, you went from 2 all the way up to 8. That's a 400% move. We take profits, okay? Re-enter right here at 6. Boom. Take profit up there at 9 for a 50% racker. Okay, I'd look for this one to pull back into the average here. Right back into the EMA. And again, guys, if you guys do not have these indicators, if you guys do not have the red and green dots, the stochastic, the Fibonacci, you guys can download everything right now by going over here to the trading indicator tab. Click on this link right here, and everything will load directly up into your TradingView account. You'll have the same exact screen as mine, and you'll be able to follow this strategy or make your own strategy using the same exact tools. And if you have any questions about that, my email is right there, overkill@overkillinvesting.club. It's a very straightforward process to download, though. Again, guys, 300 likes on this video. By Friday, I will be giving away 100 XRP. NVAX looking very bullish here. That one got the green monthly here. You can see the last time we got the green monthly was, well, right here at around the same price. We went up to 24, but this one back here in September of 2019 went from $3 to $300. A massive, massive move. And you're getting the same signal right here on NVAX. And you got the daily here too. They gapped up on earnings. So that looks really good. They crushed. They absolutely crushed earnings there. So target would be up there at 16. That one's in my portfolio as well. Playing that monthly dot there. I think that looks very, very good. Watch for some continuation this week on NVAX. But that gapped up today. That looked very good. RUM needs the daily. Oh, it's got a red dot there on the monthly too, so be careful. I got to put that one on the red list. So we need that one to hold on to $8. Watch for the daily. And they got earnings coming up too, so I'd watch that one. If that one sold off big down to like 5, I would probably buy it. But I'd watch that one on earnings. If it gets a move like Snapchat did today, big move down, I would eat it up. MODB, this is Topgolf. Love Topgolf. Okay, good quality company. They're making about $1 billion. They released earnings. They did better than expected. They beat on their revenue. They're making money. Awesome. Okay, when I trade stocks, guys, I want at least $1 billion in revenue. Okay, you can click on these E's. Every quarter, a company has to report their earnings, which is how much they made every quarter. They have to report that for their investors to show them, hey, we're making money. We're growing. We're doing good. Okay, that's what has to happen. So anytime you see a green E down here, that means they beat. They beat their earnings. Okay, they might have missed on revenue, but they beat their earnings. So they're doing better than expected, doing better than expected, doing better than expected. Okay, that's good. The company is growing their revenue. So I like it. I like it a lot. It has the green monthly, and the daily is setting up. I'd buy that one on the next daily dot there on MODG. STLA gave a green dot here today on the daily. Still doesn't have the monthly, but it's one of those ones that's very deep, so you're anticipating it here. You can see the last time it put a green dot was about 3 years ago in 2022. It absolutely exploded. So that one needs the monthly. That one's in the portfolio. It did show up in July, but it sold off, so it faded away. But I think that's going to come back in August or September here. And again, we got that daily dot here today as well. So looking for that one to run back to 18, $20. I like that one for a long. Uniswap still looks very good. Target 16 to 18. We've been talking about this since $7. And everything's pointing up on Uni. I'm telling you guys, altcoins is the place to be right now, in my opinion. Just based on these charts, I mean, they just look ridiculous. EXPI looks good here. I like it at 10. Looks like they released earnings. They beat on revenue, missed on earnings. Target on that's $14. Serve, another robotics company, looks good here above 950. Target would be 20 to 22. SOUN still looks good above 9. Got the green dot there on the daily. You just want to make sure that one holds $9. Target would be up there at 22. I actually don't like this one because it does not have the monthly yet. But if it can hold on to like 950, okay, you're fine. It needs to hold 950, though. I put a stop loss there. CLSK gave the daily today. So here's another great setup. Again, you got the monthly dot, got the monthly signal, and the daily signal going off here today. They got earnings coming up. Looks like tomorrow they're going to report their earnings. So that'll be interesting if they beat. Obviously, the stock could do very good. Or you could see something like Snapchat here today, but it does have a signal going into tomorrow. I'd be a buyer here at 11 bucks. I like it. If it goes down to 8, I just buy more. PSFE, pay safe. Needs the monthly. Needs the monthly. GENI. That's green on the monthly. Up in the red zone, though. So taking profits on the next red dot. NU looks beautiful. This is a Brazilian bank. It has a red showing up this month, but just because it's showing up doesn't mean that it's going to close the month. Okay, if we get a pump up here, if we can bounce off this $12 level, I think that looks good back to 16. I just use a stop loss on this one at like 11.50. Here's AEO. This is American Eagle. Had the Sydney Sweeney commercial, and everyone's going nuts about it. So that's good. It's got some attention. Target's 20 to 22. I like it a lot. Looks really good. Got the monthly dot back there in July. And our target would be up here between 20 and 22 on that. I'd be a buyer and a holder here. What is this? Lyft? Lyft. I don't know. Looks pretty mediocre to me. I don't think I'd touch that one. VG. Venture Global. Monthly looks like it's reversing. You're going to want to make sure this one holds on to 14 bucks. Oscar, we covered this. That's got the green dot there today. Looks good. They reported earnings. Made about $3 billion. Target would be up there at 22. I like that they didn't sell off really hard on an earnings miss. They actually went up when they missed earnings. So maybe they gave good guidance. But target on that's between 20 and 22 right now. Looks good, though. Had the daily dot here today. You got a bunch of daily dots right here in this price. Right here in this price range. So I like it. I think my average is like 13.20. I literally like sniped the bottom on this one. But I'm just holding until it gets back up here in the red zone. 20 to 22 bucks is where I'm targeting. Bull. Bull got the daily there. Just no data on this one for me. So I would just make sure that one holds on to 13 bucks. HP. HP's at the bottom of the golden zone, and it has a green dot here on the monthly. It is bouncing at a very important support level here. 5-year support back in 2020, where we bounced right now around 15. We went all the way up to around 60. So I do think this is a good long here. Just make sure it holds these lows at like 12 bucks. Mara, green on the monthly. Need that daily. You'll probably get the daily alert tomorrow. I like Mara right here at 16. RGTI in the red zone, looking for red dots to take profits. Link we covered. Looking for the red zone, 26 to 28. Absolute buyer here at these prices. S, looking for the daily and the monthly. OLN, it's got the monthly. Oof. Looking for the daily. Looks like it's finding support right here at 16. I don't know. Doesn't look too hot. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. They're not doing bad. So technically, you just want it to hold $16. Looking for the daily. Intel looks good too. I added this one last week. Got the green dot. Targets up here at 32, around 32.5 to 35. I like both those. Did I skip the FRO? Frontline. Frontline does have a green dot there on the monthly. Target would be up here at 24. Entry signal came right there at around 19. It's at around 20 right now. So again, sticking to that target at $24 to $26. I don't care how it gets there. It just needs to get there. Here's HAL. This one has a green monthly, and that one just needs a daily. So again, it's just consolidating right here above 20. 20 looks like a pretty fair price there. We got AVAX. AVAX is also green here on the monthly. Okay, beautiful, beautiful setup here on AVAX. Target would be 48 to 52. That's another one that looks very, very good here. For some reason, it's not in my watch list, and it needs to be. I think it got deleted. Sometimes they get deleted by accident. So AVAX looks really good. I like that one too. ARRC, that one's up there in the red zone. So looking for red dots for profit taking opportunities. AI, got a red monthly here, so I don't like it. Pfizer, they beat their earnings yesterday, sold off a little bit today. I like it as long as it can hold on to 23. Okay, green dot here on the daily. Watch for that one to pump tomorrow. I think healthcare is going to do very, very well tomorrow. Soxel, this is the semiconductor ETF here. Looking for the green dot there on the daily. Okay, monthly is green. Now we're looking for the daily. Look for the daily on that one for an entry. Here's SAR. Got a red dot in the red zone back there at 25. It's sold off a little bit, but this looks like a day trader stock to me. TFPM. Red on the monthly there. This is triple flag up in the red zone, so not looking for a long there. We got Unify. That one's got some room back there to 33. Not a lot of meat on that bone, though, but looks good as long as it can hold on to 25. We got Hard. Looking nice. Bouncing right there off of the 200. Just make sure that one holds on to 27.50. Fox F. FOX. Fox Factory Holdings. Looking for the green dot on the daily. You got the monthly. It needs the daily now. CCL, that one's up in the red zone, so taking profits on that one. We got PGY, also in the red zone, taking profits on those red dots. VKT, Viking Therapeutics, got the green dot on the monthly, so we'd be a buyer here at these levels on Viking Therapeutics. I think healthcare stocks are going to do very, very well over the next 1 to 6 months. Healthcare stocks and altcoins are my two favorite sectors right now. Both of them look very, very good. DOCN, target up there at 44 to 46 on this one. Beautiful move there. Got the green dot there on the monthly. Looks like they crushed their earnings, did very well. And that one's got some room back up there to the red zone. I'd be a holder on that one. BMNR, green dot there today. That's the Ethereum ETF, I believe. I don't know why that one got put out of the watch list, but again, green on the monthly and green on the daily here. Look at the last time we got the green dot on this was back here at $5. It went all the way up to 160, pulled all the way back to 30. Green dot, get ready, baby. 120 to 140 is the signal on that one. That looks good. I'd be a buyer here today. Verizon. Verizon's a day trader stock. This ain't really a swing trader stock here. So I'd be day trading Verizon, if anything. You could be in here on like the 5-minute chart and just like buying every overreaction. Right? Because again, we're just chopping here. Look how choppy it is. Chop, 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 chop. Okay, not really moving. I want to see a big sell-off, take advantage of that, and then go long. But when we're just chopping around, I don't want to trade chop, especially as a swing trader. I want to see a big overreaction like this on CMG. This is Chipotle. Look at that. Ugly. Down 23% in a month. Okay, that one needs the green monthly. We need the green monthly on CMG. That's going to set up nice. CELH is still green on the monthly, so we're looking for these pullbacks. I would buy CELH here on a daily dot. FLR, that one gap down. See, Snapchat could do something like this. It gaps down and then pumps up. That one looks very interesting. I like this one here. Looks like the buyers were strong right there at 37.50. Okay, a lot of room to go back up there to 56. It's red on the monthly, so again, you just want to make sure we hold that low right there at around 37.50. I'd put a stop loss right there and look for a trade back up there to around 55. NVO's getting schmammered. Absolutely hammered here. Okay, looking for the monthly on NVO. I think this one's going to set up really, really nice too. I may consider buying this one. They got really good revenue. This thing was at 140. It's all the way down here at 45. So as someone who's a swing trader, you love to see this kind of stuff right here, man. You love it. Okay, 70% sell-off. That's what we're looking for, baby. That's what we want. Okay, now all we want is the green dot. Okay, that will confirm that the reversal is happening here. Okay, this is a great one to have on the watch list right now, guys. Watch for that green monthly. We call out all the signals over here in the Discord, folks. Those monthly dots are called out right over here. Okay, that's the signal you're going to look for on NVO. Okay, I love the price action. I'm licking my chops. We just need the green monthly. And it looks like they got earnings coming up here today. They have earnings here after the bell. I'm going to actually check their price really quick. They must have just reported. Or maybe they reported this morning. Yeah, they're down 4% off of a earnings miss. They missed their earnings. So, yeah, I mean, this is going to set up really nice, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to set up really nice. We just need the monthly. Once we get the monthly, then we can take our long position. Okay, but let's be patient and wait because we don't know where it's going to bottom. Okay, come all the way down to 40 bucks. If it goes down to 40, I'd probably buy it. But I want to see that monthly dot. MPTI, this one's kind of curling up here. I'd just look for the monthly. Not much revenue there. Again, I want to see at least $1 billion of revenue. I want to make sure the company's making at least $1 billion before I invest. That's just my rule. It doesn't have to be your rule, but they're only making $12 million a quarter right now. So target on this would be 64 to 68. SMCI, another one that sold off really big on their earnings, just like Snap. Looks like they missed on revenue and their earnings. So what does it do? It gaps down, okay, which is actually an opportunity because, again, we got the green monthly still. A pullback on a green monthly dot, you should be licking your chops. Look where it pulled back into, too. Right into the 6-month moving average. Beautiful. Beautiful pullback there, man. So I like SMCI here. I would buy this one on the next daily dot. And that daily dot will be called out over here as well. We call out all the daily dots over here. Okay, we got the daily, the weekly, the monthly, the daily, the 4-hour, the sell signals. Okay, and I tell you how to trade every single one of them over here in the dots and signals if you guys aren't new there. But SMCI setting up really nice. I would look for that daily alert to enter. ONON, red on the monthly. Wouldn't touch it. Rio, green on the monthly. Looking for the green daily there. CRSP. That one's green on the monthly. Looking for the daily. My dog's barking at something. PayPal, I really like PayPal here, guys. I really like PayPal. Another one that gapped down on their earnings. They actually beat their earnings and gapped down. They went from 80 down to 68. This looks very strong. This is probably my stock of the day right here is PayPal. I really like PayPal. And if that green dot pops tomorrow, I would definitely buy that. Target would be anywhere from 88 to 92 there. We got MRK. Merck, green on the monthly, so we're still holding this one. Looking for the green dots to potentially add again. If you got in on this dot at like 83, doesn't really make sense to average down if you're down 5%. I typically only look to average down if I'm down 20% on a position. So I like MRK here a lot, simply because the monthly. I'm going to go kick my dog's ass here in a second. Roku, monthly, just needs the daily. Just needs the daily. UPS, getting schmammered. Okay, I hear these guys are laying off their drivers. They lost that Amazon contract. I mean, they're down here at a low of 220 or 20 from 2025 years ago at 80 bucks. So as long as it can hold 80, it's fine. But that's a big support level. I just don't know what their financials look like. They're making about 20 billion a quarter. But from what I hear, they're laying off a bunch of drivers, which isn't a good sign, right? Not a good sign when they're laying off drivers. They're offering them to buy out their pensions and things like that. That just tells you the business is failing because they don't have that Amazon contract anymore. So I would definitely make sure that one holds 80 if you're playing that. But just make sure you understand the fundamentals of, is that business going to grow or decline over the years? TTD still looks good. I like TTD a lot. Green on the monthly. Target up here between 120 and 140. Okta. Okta looks fine over 90 bucks. Looking for the green daily. That thing could bounce back up there to 125. EXE. Red on the monthly. No thanks. Crocs. Crocs popped this month, but it faded. I like it. I think it's got some room back up there to 140. I think that green dot will come back here in August. It showed up for a second and then it faded away. I still like the trade. TGT finally breaking out here off its monthly dot. This is Target, my wife's favorite store. And yeah, target 150 to 160 on target. I still really like that one. It's been consolidating. Again, nobody's talking about it. People are bored, right? Blah, blah, blah. No excitement. Perfect. I want to accumulate during this time right here. Okay, I think I bought this at like $100. So target is up here at 150 to 160. Again, I got the green dot pop in there in July. So we're looking for a move higher over the next 1 to 6 months. I really like target. That one's in the portfolio as well. Deck needs the monthly. CR, this is Core Weave. If you're in this one, I'd make sure it holds 100. Pepsi looks good here. Pepsi looks good off the monthly. Okay, looking for that move higher to 170 to 180. It's got the monthly dot there. We got SEZL. That one's in the red zone. I wouldn't be touching this one. We got AMD. AMD should have been taking profits on in July there. They reported earnings. They actually beat on their earnings and they sold off. So looking for the green dot to add on that one because, again, it's still green on the monthly. I'd like to buy it around 140. 140, I'm a buyer of AMD. That's going to put us right near the average, but I don't want to buy up here. We gap down. Looking for the green dot. I want to see it touch 140. 130 or 140, I'd be a buyer again. Again, we were calling this one out at like $100, guys. If you guys entered when we were calling AMD out for a buy, you made around 67, 70%. So that was a great trade. Hopefully you took some off the table here, and now you're waiting for it to reset. I think if that thing hits 140, that'd be a great spot. Here's Solana. Green on the daily, looking good. Solana's got the green monthly as well. I literally think we are days away from an explosive move in altcoins. 240 to 260 is my target on Sol, but I am a buyer at these levels of Solana. JNJ, I'm taking profits in the red zone. Lulu getting schmammered. Lululemon, my wife likes these clothes as well. Green dot on the monthly is what I'm looking for. Okay, it's right at $200, so just needs the green monthly. I think that's going to set up nice too. Apple don't have the dot yet, but it's trying to. Looks like they're up after hours off that Trump news, but above $200, I like them. Okay, looking for the green dot. You're probably going to get the green dot here in the morning. On the monthly, that will be called out over here if it does get called out. Watch for Apple there in the morning. It's up 5% today, so that's good news. Again, stochastic down here on the floor. That's great. Up here against the white dotted line is where we want to sell, take profits on a stock like Apple. So Apple, great company. They're making $94 billion every 4 months, so they're not going anywhere. Sam, this is a beer company. Got the green dot here on the monthly. I like this one. Going to add that one into the watch list. This is the Boston Beer Company. They got some room back to 300 to 320. Again, green dot on the monthly means you buy. You take a position here if you believe in it. Okay, you got to know the fundamentals of the projects you're buying, though. If you don't know, the reason I'm buying Target is because it's my wife's favorite company. Okay, why is it her favorite store? That tells me that it is a good company because I love my wife, right? And not only my wife, but my mom loves shopping there, my sister, everyone loves shopping there, which tells me the fundamentals are strong. If people love something, it's going to stay. If people hate something, people don't want to use it, it's not going to stay. So the company or the project has to have good fundamentals in order to want to invest. BA looks like it's in price discovery mode here. 215 is the support level. Again, not looking to take a long here. We called this one back out in December at around 170. It's had a really nice move since that time. This stochastic is topping out there, though, so I'm taking profits up here on red dots on BA. That trade is over. We were calling this one out down here around 150. MDB, nice move today. I'm looking for a green dot in the morning. My first take profit's going to be around 325, 300 to 325. I actually took some off on this red dot right here at 250. It sold off a little bit, but it looks like it's going to go back up here. So I still really like this one. Again, another one we played the monthly on back in June. So watch it for a breakout on this one the rest of the week. If that can get back to 350, I would love that. I would love that. I sold half the position right here off the red dot. So, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful setup here. Looking for the daily now that we got the monthly. UNH back down at 250. They missed their earnings. They beat on revenue. Again, this is one we're waiting for that green monthly on. Need that green monthly dot on UNH. Again, healthcare stocks have been beaten to a pulp, dude. I mean, they have just been absolutely destroyed. This thing's down 61% from the high. So, again, as a swing trader, as someone who's 1 to 6 months out, we love to see that. We love to see UNH down like this. Now we want the green dot to confirm the reversal higher. The green dot simply just tells you this is a potential reversal, okay? And we are going to be going up for 1 to 6 months. So as long as the dot is red, we're going down. As long as it's green, we're going up. So we want to wait for that confirmation on UNH. This thing's still a falling knife. Not jumping the gun, but this is one of the biggest companies in the world. They make $111 billion every 4 months, every quarter. Okay, and you could see Amazon, they make 167. So they're right up there with Amazon in regards to size, but they're a medical company. They're in a different type of industry. So a lot of healthcare stocks. I have a few in my portfolio. OSCR, I have PFE, that's Pfizer. I think I have one more. NVAX. Those are all my medical plays because medical healthcare companies have been getting destroyed. Look at CHIRP up 16%, baby. Let's go. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Okay, you don't got to be smarter. You don't got to be better. You just got to be more disciplined, folks. The money is not made in these markets by buying and selling. It's made in waiting. So we are waiting for that UNH green monthly. That's where we'll attack that one. CRS, that one is green on the, or I'm sorry, red on the monthly. GLD, gold, red on the monthly. Up there in the red zone again, not looking to take a long here. Tesla, what's Tesla doing? Tesla's chopping around, so this is another one you could be day trading right now because again, we're just chop, 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 to chop, 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 chop. Right? Choppy, choppy, choppy. So we're consolidating. This kind of looks like Ethereum before it took off. See how Ethereum just went sideways? That's called consolidation. So there's only 3 things a market does, guys. I talk about these 3 things quite a bit. Do you guys remember what they are? Markets go up, markets go down, or markets go sideways. Okay? Only doing 3 things. That's all the market does. We go up, we go down, or we go sideways. If you can determine what phase we are in, okay? If you can determine what phase we are in as a trader, as an investor, you can make a lot of money in the markets. They go up, they go down, they go sideways. Typically, I like to buy in the sideways action, okay? Because that's when no one's really caring, no one's talking about it. Everyone was loving Tesla back here, guys, back in December. Okay, this thing sold all the way off from 480 all the way down to 220. People weren't too excited about it down here. But we got that gold dot, which is another 1 to 6 month swing trade, right there at 235. It went all the way up to 375, and now we're just building a base, chopping around. So target on Tesla would be 440 to 480, but it still does have the red monthly. So we are waiting to see how that plays out. MDGL, green on the monthly, pharmaceutical, but it's in the red zone, so not interested. I'd rather buy something like NVAX or OSCR, which are, again, down here in their golden zones. MSTR, this thing's just melting up as well. Good day trading stock right here. See the monthly chart, still red, so just not too interested in that one. We got OCI, way up in the red zone, taking profits on that one. QQQ, also not looking to buy. Looking to buy down here at the bottom of the golden zone, though. Beautiful entry right there back in April at 418. Okay, not looking to take any longs up here, just probably looking at a day trade. Spot, this is Spotify. Looks like they missed their earnings pretty close to the red zone. They've had quite the run here. I'd want to see a big reset. I'm not taking any longs up here. Maybe day trading that one, but not going too crazy. ASML, I took a trade on this. I actually bought the ETF, ASMG, which is a leveraged ETF for it. So they're pretty much the same chart, but I would buy this one on the next daily because, again, well, the dot is red on the monthly this month. So we're being careful here. We're monitoring this. I'm seeing where this daily signal is going to come. If it goes down to 650, I'll buy more. If it hits 600, I will enter and add some more on that as well. Yeah, it's trying to build a base here above 680. So 680 is going to be a big level for ASML. You want to watch that, and you want to make sure it holds because, again, you do have that warning sign of the red dot. But just because the dot is red doesn't mean it's going to hold. We got a whole month. So if price goes up here in the next couple days, that dot could fade. So you want to be smart about it. I would definitely use a stop loss probably at around 670 on that, which would put you right there at the low, 650. Okay, building the base right at that level. They got strong earnings, very strong company, making about $9 billion a quarter. They make parts for semiconductors, so yeah, just monitoring that one. I personally am looking to add on the next green dot on the daily, and if that breaks after that, then the trade's going to go against us. But we'll monitor that. They already released earnings, so we don't got anything major to worry about here. We're just going to watch that one and monitor it. ETH, again, up here in the red zone, not looking to take any longs on ETH. If it does continue, the trade does continue, it's going to hold on to 3250. That's a big level for Ethereum. Okay, you got the green dot yesterday. So what we're wanting Ethereum to do is go into price discovery here. We want it to break out over the red zone and just rip. Okay, this is what we want it to do. Okay, which it could very well do here very soon. So if I was trading Ethereum, I'd just have a stop loss at like 3250. You could even put it tighter right there at like 3300 if you want, but I'd use 3250 on that. And then the last one, we got YFI. This is Yearn Finance, another crypto. That one's got the grade monthly. So again, you want to go long on this. Hopefully you know something about the project. I don't know anything about this. Target would be 13 to 14,000. And that's it for the chart request today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be dropping a watch list where we go over the top stocks and cryptocurrencies to be watching next week. That's our green list that we follow here every single week. This is posted over here inside of the watch list tab, so you guys could actually open this up and see all the stocks and cryptos we're watching right now. You guys could follow along with the same watch list. We're going to do a video and cover all these names on Friday, so make sure you smash that bell and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I have a free trading course over here if you guys want to learn more about our strategy and the indicators that we talked about in today's video. That Discord link is in my bio and in my description. You guys can check that out there. Join the squad. The Discord is the place to be. I mean, I love our Discord. I love our community. We've grown a lot this year, and I think we have over 2,000 members now. So I think there's 17,000 total in the server. So it's really cool to see, guys. Really cool to see us grow. Really cool to see us all winning together. I love to see your guys' trades. I love to see you guys winning over there. It's all about the community, man. I say that in every video. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us together, working together to master these markets. And it's a lot funner to win with people than it is by yourself. So if you guys don't have a community, if you guys don't have a trading community, hit that link in the bio. It's $4 a month to join right now. If you guys want to become a member, it's not always going to be that cheap. But if you pay for the year, it's $4 a month. That gets you access to pretty much everything that we offer here at Overkill Trading. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys on Friday. God bless y'all. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and we will be back Friday for the watch list, so make sure you guys tune in for that. Hit me up in the Discord if you guys need me. We got support chat over here, 24/7 trade support, so hit me up here. I see Crypto God here talking about doing analysis on Bit Farms. Looks good, man. Looks good. Breaking out here. Looks really strong over $1. It got the green dot there on the daily. They do got earnings coming up, but you're going to want to watch that one for to $2.50 to $3. But yes, sir. I don't need any donations, guys. I as long as you guys are a member, you're supporting me enough to do this full time. I am a full-time trader, full-time streamer. So I love you guys, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So just know that I get just as much out of this channel as you guys do. I love sharing this with people. I love talking about it. It's great that we all are like-minded and can approach the markets in a similar way and put our heads together to win. So God bless y'all. I'll see you in the next one. See you Friday. Peace.